Welcome to my presentation on the ethical dimensions of artificial intelligence. In this lesson, we will critically analyze arguments surrounding AI, or artificial intelligence, its ethical implications, and how it relates to sustainable development, human nature, and population growth. Let's begin. Artificial intelligence, or AI, is a simulation of human intelligence in machines. This presentation examines its ethical dimensions, particularly in sustainable development and population challenges. We'll discuss philosophical perspectives and ethical frameworks that inform these debates. Arguments for AI development. AI supporters argue that it boosts efficiency in fields like healthcare and transportation. For example, AI diagnostics enhance medical outcomes. It also aids sustainable solutions by addressing climate and disaster management challenges. Furthermore, AI fosters innovation, generating new art, literature, and scientific discoveries, although many have argued if this is truly art or just thoughts of computers being generated. Arguments against AI development. Critics raise concerns about AI, including jobs displacement due to automation and systemic bias reflected in algorithms such as hiring discriminations. There are existential risks, as philosopher Nick Bostrom warns, stemming from unchecked AI development. We are still in the early stages of AI, and we can see how it is changing our world now. A recent development was how robotics was replacing workers at shores, which later they held out a strike as a union, which thank goodness didn't pass, so that way they could keep their jobs and stuff could be produced still. Presumptions behind these arguments. Proponents assume AI will inherently align with human values, while critics believe human flaws like greed might lead to AI misuse. Both perspectives depend on assumptions about population growth and equitable resource distribution. Another theory is that individuals base their thoughts and perspectives on movies or media. They've seen how things such as iRobot, how they could harm humans and not be fully controlled. Ethical frameworks in AI. Philosophical frameworks provide insight into AI's ethical dimensions. Utilitarianism, utilitarianism asks whether AI maximizes well-being. Deontology questions whether AI actions respect human dignity. Virtue ethics consider if AI contributes to human flourishing. Sustainable assistance and development. AI can significantly aid global development. For instance, AI optimizes agricultural and famine-prone regions. However, overdependence on AI risks diminishing human agency and autonomy. Population growth and AI. AI offers solutions to challenges from population growth, such as healthcare and educational demands. Yet, prioritizing efficiency can undermine equitable access to resources. Another big thing with this is as we grow as humans, our knowledge and grasp on technology also expands. We don't have enough people to treat or care for individuals the way that we could if we used AI. Human nature and AI. Human nature influences AI development. An optimistic view suggests humans will use AI responsibly, while a pessimistic view fears AI might magnify human flaws. Hobbes highlights self-interest, while Rousseau emphasizes collective good. With this, I'm more on the optimistic side. I believe the greater good or the benefit outweighs the risks that we're taking with AI. Although we are still in our early developments, we can see how its generative powers and mass amount of knowledge can influence or help individuals. AI is able to find things that we ourselves just can't think of in the moment, or expeditiously compared to how the computer can. Philosophical perspectives on AI. Nick Bostrom warns of existential risks. Hannah Arendt critiques the loss of meaning in human work, while Martin Heidegger challenges the impact of technology on authenticity. We can see these examples, that how it says Nick Bostrom says it's an existential threat. Um, Fear of the unknown, I believe, is what they're trying to describe. With Hannah, we're losing our working capabilities, that authenticity of man-made or human-made items. And with Heidegger, our technology is challenged to authenticity. How are we supposed to see what's the validity of something that we thought was man-made or human-made, which reality comes to be AI-made? And how can we put a value on that? Ethical concerns, autonomy, and accountability. Key concerns include autonomy, whether AI respects human decisions, and accountability, particularly for harms caused by AI, such as self-driving car accidents. Um, we see this a lot more recently with the spike in electric cars and how they can drive themselves, especially Teslas. But the amount of accidents that has it has the amount of accidents that is prevented overweigh the amount of accidents that self-driving has caused. My perspective on AI ethics. My position is that AI development is essential but must be ethically regulated. Balancing innovation with equity and accountability is crucial to ensure AI benefits society. Like I stated earlier in my previous slide, I believe that AI truly outweighs the risks, with the amount of good that it can do. We're still in the early stages, so we don't truly have the full knowledge of what it can do, but I believe that everything that it has done to this point has been for the greater good. A prime example of this would be AI in healthcare. In healthcare, AI has a potential to diagnose rare diseases faster than humans. However, biases in training data can lead to unequal treatment, raising serious ethical concerns. Being a nurse myself, I see this in multiple angles, both civilian side and military side. We see how AI can give us a diagnosis with no bias on the patient, right? We see the patient, we throw everything in there, and it gives us multitude of solutions. We can also see this though on the other aspect of triaging, or to separate, um, how we choose which patients to see. We see the more critical patients first, so that way we can get them under calmer care. But AI might not see it like that. It might be as a first come first serve basis, or a only emergent care thing. So it's very tricky on how we try to figure out AI in the healthcare setting. Another thing is autonomous weapons. Autonomous weapons Autonomous weapons pose life and death ethical dilemmas. Using Bayesian ethics, we find the allowing machines to make such decisions violates the principle of threatening humans as ends and not means. A prime example of this, such as I stated earlier, is the iRobot. To have that imprinted into them to never hurt humans, but we can only control what we design. Regulation and global cooperation. Effective AI regulation requires internal governance to prevent misuse. The European Union's AI Act serves as an example of balancing innovation with ethical oversight. Challenges in AI regulation. Challenges include the rapid pace of AI development, outstripping policy creation, and the difficulty of aligning national interests for unified regulations. This reminds me of the early 50s, 1950s, where it was a race to get to the moon and every country was competing with each other, some assisting each other to try to get to the moon first. Every country and civilization is trying to develop an AI faster, to develop things that it can do better, which I think can harm us, but also help us in developing greater products. Ethical implications for the future. AI will reshape privacy, identity, and social norms, preparing future generations for these challenges as vital to ensure that they navigate an AI-driven world ethically. In conclusion, AI presents opportunities and risks, such as everything in life does. Ethical development and regulations are imperative to maximize benefits and minimize harm. I think this is where we have to, as nations, come together and generate a solid plan or rules or laws on how AI can be used and developed. Philosophical engagement is essential for guiding AI's responsible use, so that way we don't lose that human touch. So as this PowerPoint ends, I'd like to leave you with a couple questions to get your brain rolling and give you thinking even more. Should AI systems have moral agency? How can we ensure AI benefits marginalized communities? Thank you for your time.